Hey, welcome to the Drewster's Dojo. So I'm here in my office. Well, this is the door leading to my office. I have it decorated with a Jack Skeleton from Nightmare Before Christmas. Really a Halloween movie. Great film, Tim Burton. Also got my Jason jersey on, little Jason Voorhees action. Love this time of year, Halloween, fall. Beautiful day here in New York. Little breezy. The leaves are changing colors. They're also falling down on the ground. Actually, a beautiful time of the year. So, what I want to talk to you about today is the gratitude rock. So, if you've ever seen the movie The Secret, or also read anything like The Seven Habits of Effective People, they talk about, that's by Stephen Covey, by the way. They talk about having a gratitude rock. Now, the objective is really to just bring yourself to a state of gratitude, because by doing so, the universe will give you more things to be grateful for. Now, conversely, if a person is hyper negative, then you know what? That's the aura you're giving off. The universe is going to give you more things to be negative about. And really, who wants that? Being in a state of gratitude, you're able to deal with whatever comes your way in a more effective manner. And in fact, being in a state of gratitude, you'll have a nicer day, a nicer flow for the most part. Life is life. And any kind of little life hack, hey, I'm all about it. We all need to get an edge somehow. But first, I do this lesson I do it every year with all my students. I've done this for an observation. We have to be observed by principals and supervisors yearly. And I've done this activity for those such occasions. And it went over so well. So you could just get yourself a rock. Any rock. It doesn't even have to be a rock. It could be some type of item that you physically and tangibly can touch as a reminder to say something that you're grateful for. So for instance, I got this rock. I like to keep it in my pocket. And this is more of like a nice decorative little rock. If you go to the mall, any of these stores, they have really polished rocks just to make it nice and it could feel good in your pocket. But the thing is that, whenever you touch it, reach into your pocket, just say something you're grateful for. So for instance, for today, right now, I'm touching this rock. You know what? I'm grateful I found parking today, real quick. Something as simple as that. I'm grateful I left the house 10 minutes early today. What else can be? I'm grateful I had a little egg and cheese salami on fajita this morning that I made in the house before I left. And also made a cup of coffee to go. Got here on time. No accidents. Nice drive into work. So something as simple as that. That's just an example. And throughout the day, if I so happen to put my hand in my pocket and feel something, hey, you know what? What can I be grateful for? Getting into that state of mind and really actively saying it and feeling it, I think it'll help you out tremendously. Putting yourself in that state of attracting things, to be grateful for. And it could be very simple things. Hey, I'm grateful for this cup of coffee. Or, hey, I'm grateful for fill in the blank. And it could be simple. I'm grateful I'm wearing my Jason jersey today. I know when the kids come to school, this is early right now. I'm filming this even before busing has started. I'm here early, gotta go on the computer, do some things. I was like, you know what, let me knock this out. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful I was able to do this video with a nice topic, the gratitude rock. Find yourself a rock. I would get a nice one. If you like a flat rock so you don't want to feel it in your pocket, but I would definitely leave it in my pocket. I travel with this to work every day. And this is not the same rock. I've lost them throughout the years. I'll just grab another one. And I keep it on my person. And every time hey, this is what I'm grateful for. And overall, my demeanor is of a, happy-go-lucky dude for the most part. We're all going to have ups and downs, but hey, yeah. So with all this shit going on in the world, I'm sorry, but at least what I can control is myself. And you know what? I'm happy. And happiness is not even the goal. The goal is to be determined, living your mission and your purpose. But I do have a nice feeling. So, folks, go to a Walmart, whatever, Michael's an arts and crafts store here in New York, and get yourself a nice looking rock. Very inexpensive, maybe a few bucks, and you get yourself a nice looking rock. If not, if you see something on the floor, then pick that rock up too. It doesn't matter. But I would get a nice little rock, and whenever you touch it, say something that you're grateful for. All right, folks. So thank you for listening to the Drewster's Dojo. Peace, and never say die.